Okay, I'm making another video probably to replace the first two I did because I'm recording this on my phone, so I can probably, well, I'm going to see how it'll do so I can take my time to explain things better. Okay, in order to start crocheting, there's a few things that you need. Of course, you need yarn, and I use Red Heart a lot. You get it at Walmart. Well, you can get it at a lot of places, but I get mine at Walmart. Um, let's see. Right here it tells you how many yards is in your yarn, because a lot of projects will tell you, how much you need. This one does here because almost on everything, every yarn skein of Red Heart has a pattern, and it shows a picture of what it looks like when it's finished. And over here, it'll tell you like the crochet hook size is a 5mm, and it tells you how much yarn of each color you're going to use on that one. Now you can do a solid color, but I mean, you just add those up and you'll see how many you need for the solid color too. See, pattern on back, it's inside here, and every Red Heart one has one. There is a website you can go to and you get free patterns. They're good patterns. There it tells you the color, and right here it's a worsted weight. It's 4, size 4. It'll tell you what crochet hook works best with it, I guess, but I use whichever one I want to use because it depends on your pattern. And a lot of patterns, like for clothes or amigurumi and stuff, if you use a larger needle, of course it makes your work bigger. So it just depends on the project you're doing on your crochet hook size. Crochet hooks, I love these. I got them off Amazon, a whole set. It's 5.5mm. I like the metal better because the yarn moves more smoothly through for me anyway. You have to decide which crochet hooks you want, whichever one works best for you, because there are tons of crochet hooks. You'll need a pair of scissors. You'll need a needle to sew this is a darning needle, I think. You need it to sew in your ends. And then these are called stitch markers. There are so many different kinds of those too. I like these, but you can also just use a piece of yarn. I'll show you how, but this really helps you keep track, especially when you're first starting, of your end rows, where they start and where they stop, or if you need to do something different in the middle. Really good to mark your spot. I didn't have those when I first started. I do not like crocheting at all without them now. Alright. I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you how to do a slip knot in this video and a chain. Now, everybody does their stuff different. If you don't like the way I do it, or if you can't do it the way I do, you go to YouTube and search beginning crochet, and there are so many channels. That's how I learned. I hurt my ankles and I couldn't walk for a while, and I started crocheting. To me, it's really therapeutic. It's really relaxing to crochet. But anyway, how I do my slip knot. First, I hold my yarn with these 2 fingers. You probably hear my wind chime. It's a little windy today after that rain last night. We got like 4 inches here. But anyway, hold your yarn and you're going to wrap it twice around your pointer finger, 2 times, and then hold it right there. Okay. Then you take this back loop and pull it over the front loop and just let it drop there. And then you pull this back loop and all the way over, pull it all the way over the tip of your finger, and then just pull up, and there's your slip knot. I'll do it one more time. Okay, now I hold my yarn right here and then wrap it twice And you don't do it tight. You don't have to do it tight. Tight enough where it won't move on its own, but you know, loose enough where you can move it. You take the back loop and pull it over the front loop. Then you take the back loop and you pull it over your fingertip and let it drop. And then you just pull up. So that is your slip knot. You insert your hook and then you pull your small end up to your hook. Now, you don't want it real tight. If you get it real tight like that, your yarn is not gonna, well, it kind of still moves on here, but it's really hard to get that through there. So you want it loose enough, about like this, where it goes smoothly on the hook. Alright. The next step is how you hold your yarn. Now, this is how I hold mine. There are many, many, many different ways to do that too. But I do mine like this. So I go over that finger, under that finger, over that finger, and under this one, just like that. Okay? And then I hold my work like that. Over, under, over, under. And you don't want to hold it real tight, but you want to hold it tight enough where you're in control of how much thread you get. Same way I held it for the slip knot. This finger and this finger is where I hold my yarn. Now, to do a chain, all you do is you wrap your yarn around your hook and you pull it through that slip knot. There's your first chain. I'm going to do like 20. Okay, there's the first chain. Again, wrap it around and just pull it through. And when you first start, I would make sure they're a little loose like that. You don't want them real tight because it's really hard to work with if your stitches are too tight. Again, wrap it around and pull it through. There's 3. Wrap around, pull it through. 4. Wrap it around, pull it through. 5. Wrap it around, pull it through. 6. Wrap it around, pull it through. 7. Wrap it around, pull it through. There's 8. Wrap around and just pull it through. 9. And then wrap it around, pull it through. 10. That's all you do for your chain. You can make it however long you want, however short you want, depending on your pattern and what you want to do. You can make little bracelets for your kids. Very cute with these. And there's so many different colors and types of yarn too. But that's all I'm going to put on this video. I don't want to go over 10 minutes at first because I don't want, which will probably get bored with me anyway, but maybe not. I'm going to do a few more. So you wrap it around and you pull it through. You want to hold your work tight enough where it don't move, but you don't want to, especially this up here, you don't want it so tight that it's hard for you to make your stitches. So I'm going to do 4 more. 12, 13, 14, and 15. So that's what your chain is going to look like. Now, if your loops are too big right now, that's okay. You just started. It's normal. It's going to take a while. But if I can learn, you can learn. Okay? Now, my next video is, which I'm going to do here in a minute, but it's going to be a single crochet. Now, my channel is also going to be Bible verses in the Bible. So I'm planning on starting out my videos with a Bible verse. I am going to be reading the Bible on here. That'll be in separate videos if you want to watch it. And I'm thinking about starting in Genesis. I don't know yet if I will or start in Matthew, the New Testament. I'm not for sure yet, but it'll be one or the other. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it didn't bore you too much. And if you have any questions or, just whatever, just shoot me a message and I'll try to answer it. Okay? Thank you all. Have a blessed day, and I will see you on the next video.